And I just wanted to start off by thanking you for taking the time to speak with us today. Here at Heart Talks we have Ajla Kovacs. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Ajla Kovacs.
Kovacs. Oh, okay. Do it again. Kovacs. Kovacs. Okay.
Who says Kovacs? It's Vax.
I mean, it's cool. I didn't know. You know, it has a cool undertone to it. So I mean, that's pretty cool. If you don't mind, before we jump in, I just want to ask, how are you feeling today?
Good.
Feeling
Tired.
good?
I mean, it's hungry, tired, I guess. Standard. It's only Tuesday, so it's just like sliding on through slowly.
Okay, I understand. Well, once I saw your story submission, I didn't even know, but congratulations on the new bundle of joy that's coming soon.
Yeah, thanks.
How far along are you?
I'm currently 15 weeks.
15 weeks. Okay. And that's awesome. Just want to ask you, though, let's talk about your roots and background. So you were born in Bosnia.
Correct.
And just tell me about it. Like, how did you end up here in the States?
So long story short, I was born in April 92 in Bosnia, and about like I want to say 2 weeks later or something, let's just say a big old genocidal war started. So the war lasted 92 to 95. We were able to escape, me and my mom, my dad, and my grandma, and so we escaped and found refugee in Florida, America. I came here when I was like 2 something. So it's like about 3. For 30 years I've been in Florida, but I go back to Bosnia pretty much every year. I can speak or I read the language fluently. I speak it in the house. So I am still up to par with, of course, family over there. I am definitely, everything about the language and the culture. But regarding like Bosnia, like I said, I try to go back like every summer.
How does that shape you now, like looking back at what your family had to go through to bring you here and to kind of start over?
So my parents were the ones that went through the whole shebang and did you can say like the ultimate, job of, relocating, moving refugees. So yes, granted, I was a war refugee at a very, very young age.
Just want to continue the conversation. So you are Seminole, but you also are a Bull. Tell me about your college experience. So what is it like being, Seminole and a Bull?
I did go to FSU for my undergrad. I got a bachelor's in science of computational biology, and then I got my master's in medical sciences of aging and neuroscience from USF. So I'm half Seminole, half Bull, the BS and the MS.
Mm-hmm.
I currently work at USF Health, so I'm still always sticking with like the medical field ish, even though it's research, but same difference.
What were your career aspirations at that time? Like coming out of college, what were you thinking you were going to be?
Something medical. I guess I always wanted to be something like some kind of doctor of neuroscience, neurology, anything like back then. Well, back when I was like, what was that, 21, I guess, back in college, like I still always wanted to do something medical regardless, but I always focused on neurology. I always loved the brain. It was my favorite organ. And then, like I said, I graduated successfully with computational biology and biology, which computational biology, its own animal, I guess you can say, but regardless, biology overall. So I learned a lot during my, 4 years in Tallahassee.
And you have a love for animals, I hear. So what type of animals? Like, what is your favorite animal, and what all animals have you had?
I mean, throughout my life, 33 years of existence, I've had a lot of different ones. And when I say a lot of different ones, I mean from like, dogs to like bearded dragon to a ferret. I currently have 2 dogs and a bird.
Okay. What kind of bird?
Sun conure.
Oh, okay, cool.
My favorite animal overall is the wolf.
Okay, a wolf. Okay. Why? What is it about a wolf that you just love? What is it about a wolf?
I don't know, they're beautiful, of course. I always was a dog person, so canine.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting because like the way they like function when they're in packs, you always have like an alpha wolf and X, Y, and the overall they're just represent. I mean, not represent, but I feel like they're always very just like strong and alpha and strength and awesomeness, I guess. And
So, if you don't mind, I would like to change gears, and I would love for you to take me to 2018, and let's talk about your accident.
yeah, so March 16, 2018,
Mm-hmm.
me and my father were riding all on our own bikes, all on our own motorcycles to Daytona Bike Week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on I-4 around Orlando, and some car, a white Nissan Rogue, per what my father remembers, just went over, hit me in my lane, and nothing. I obviously fell, stumbled a bit on the concrete, the body flowing, XYZ, da da da. So here I am with my severe traumatic brain injury. I spent a few months in the hospital. I had 3 brain surgeries. I had bacterial meningitis. I was back March 2018.
Thank you for sharing that, and I remember that time, and it was a very scary time for all of us. You are our beloved Ajla, so we are very happy that you was able to recover from that. I just want to ask, so during your recovery process, like how was that physically and emotionally, like trying to put yourself back together almost?
Well, it's funny because I didn't know who my parents were for 5 days after I woke up from my coma.
Uh-huh.
The recovery, I mean, your first 2 years post like that, like brain injuries and, something with your brain, it's the most important because, like I said, within the first 2 years is when your brain is the most, like, in awe, and it's trying to like recover all the neurons and all the connections and da 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 da. And I suffered also 25 years of long-term memory loss.
Oh,
So
wow.
technically, I completely forgot about everything pre-accident, my whole life, everything I forgot about before. Physical therapy, PT, OT, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. So OT, ST, PT. I did all 3 for a few months post. I mean, I guess they were successful. I think I'm pretty much good.
I do want to ask, during this process, reading through your story submission, you said your mom, your dad, and your grandma were by your side. What does that mean to you? And like, how do you feel about that now, knowing that you had your support system with you every step of the way?
Months in the hospital, like you can see videos of like my mom doing like physical like therapy exercises with me to like make sure like my arms and my limbs and my body and my brain goes back to normal, I guess, because like she would stretch out my legs because while I was in the coma my whole left side of my body was paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
So she would like sit there and like you can see videos of her working with my legs, like working with my arms, like certain limbs to like make sure I don't get up and I can't walk. I mean, clearly again I'm not paralyzed, but they were paralyzed when I was in the hospital. So, but then she would like play me music, she would talk to me, everything.
Okay.
That too. So then I came home, and of course my grandma was like, next to me 24/7 also. So like I said, that was my biggest support. Specific kind of human currently, but regardless, it's also because I'm a full-blooded Aries, so I'm already stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
And everything I went through, I mean, from the surgery, the accident overall, like with all the complications post accident because of like all the surgeries, like all the infections, XYZ. I mean, it stunned even the doctors that I survived, the little things. And they're like, oh my God, you're a miracle child. And I was like, yeah, it's probably because I was too stubborn to die.
How do you view yourself now, like looking back with everything you've been through?
I mean, regardless of like actual biology, like the TBI, I mean, I have increased anger. Like I get angry every millisecond over the stupidest, littlest things. You can't, like I said, you can't mess with a Bosnian Aries female with TBI. I'm like, you're welcome. But how has it changed me? I mean, I think it's made me a lot more thick-skinned than I was before. So I was already thick-skinned. Now I'm like triple thick-skinned because of everything I lived through. Because I can look at people and be like, yeah, I'm a survivor. I am a survivor.
Well,
this is the ultimate one. It's like right in the middle.
Yeah, we see it. We see it. We see it. We see it. I see it. Okay. Yep. See the scar. And that was from one of the brain surgeries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably from the last brain surgery because they had to replace the left section of my skull with plastic because I had bacterial meningitis.
I never knew that. That is wow.
So this like little section right here is plastic. Like I have a little scar here. I mean, I have like road rash scars on my arms, which my watch is covering it. Right. I had road rash scars on my side that I covered with the tattoo. Yep. But regardless, I mean, if you look everywhere, there's some little thing, some little scar that.
I do remember a time that you did a lot of modeling for different companies, such as Harley Davidson. I do remember that. Not the best route technically anymore. So unfortunately, the dream of becoming a neurosurgeon went away because of the accident, unfortunately. Okay. So, well, with that happening, where did it lead you to, though, and why? It led me into not going further into school post-masters, PhD or MD, obviously. But now it led me into being a overall laboratory manager for 22, I think, neuroscience research labs. You got married in 2023. Tell me about it, man. I'm happy for you. Congratulations again. So just tell me about it. Like, how's that been? And you're expecting a baby, so like, how's it been? So long story short, I met him in 2021. American. He's actually born and raised in the Bronx, New York. Okay. I met him, let's just say, through his cousin who lived in Orlando, Florida. And so, we got connected, XYZ. He proposed on Halloween in 2022. And then we got married October 29, 2023. I'm not for the week, right? So love, finding a partner, a mate, who's now my forever mate. Somebody that can handle me, that can deal with me, that can love me for what I end up becoming or what I end up being. And so it is good that I found that mate that can also like deal with that can love me back, that end up wanting to be with me, obviously, forever. What type of mother do you want to be? Who is Ajla the mom? Who is that going to be? I don't know. Well, I'll let you know in a few months. I'm joking. And I hope to be, obviously, I already am strong, right? Very strong. I'm very stubborn. I'm going to hopefully be a good mother, obviously. Like I said, I'm not gonna make a weak little boy now, since I know the gender. I'm not. Talk to him. Tell him that now, because you'll see this one day. You tell him what you want to tell him right now. Yeah, I'm gonna show him this in 15 years. You're right. Don't let life tear you down regardless. Like, I know some people get, they're sensitive, or little mishaps bring them down. Like, don't. You can, if you lose your job, oh, boo-hoo, it sucks, but don't let life bring you down. Go get another job. Okay, you fell down and broke your leg. Okay, it will heal. I promise you. Everything will heal. Even the brain will heal. Yep. Example. So everything can heal. Everything can get past, move on. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And this is the conclusion of the first episode of Heart Talks. Thank you. All right, thank you.